Right. So in this video, what I'd like to go over is going to be how we can increase the overall authority of our backlink profile that we already have pointing into our website. Now you can go ahead and pick either different pages or individual pages, but what I like to do is go and grab the weakest links in the entire backlink profile. So here's exactly what I did step by step. So the very first thing that you want to do is if you have access to a tool, I'm utilizing SEMrush. What you want to do is you want to put in the main domain that you want to pull the backlink profile for. So we'll put the main domain up here into the search function inside of SEMrush. Then what we're looking for is the backlinks. All right, now I'm sorting the backlinks based on follow, active, the placement is inside the content, and I'm looking for English and mobile friendly. So there's 1,300 links here. The very next thing that we want to go ahead and do is we want to export these backlinks into an Excel sheet. Now, once they're inside of an Excel sheet, what I like to do is I like to go ahead and take a look at them. Bear with me here. I like to take a look at them by putting them inside of a text document. All right, so I take this list from the Excel because that's how SEMrush and a lot of other tools export. And I like to go ahead and just put it into a text document. Now, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for repeats, or if for some reason the main website is showing up inside of this link report, I don't want to point links directly to the website, only to the tier 1 backlinks. So once I have this, I like to copy this. All right, so now it's on our clipboard. And once we have that on our clipboard, we can now fire up GSA Search Engine Ranker. So inside of Search Engine Ranker, I'm not going to go through the tedious process of setting it up, but I will point out a couple of things for you. All right. So inside of here, we have car accident. All right. So what I want to do is I want to first and foremost set up our submission time. So I'm only going to do 75. All right. And we are going to configure our proxies. Now for this project, we are utilizing private proxies. All right. And I only want to utilize private proxies for the actual submission. So when it's going to the actual website, I want to utilize my proxies. But for any type of any other, verification or email and anything else, we can use public. But for the actual action, you want to utilize a high quality proxy. If you're looking for high quality proxies, go to proxypixie.com. With that out of the way, let's keep going here. I have my CAPTCHA solver set up. So I'm utilizing GSA Capture Breaker. If you don't have Capture Breaker, you can do manual or you can send it to a service. I have Capture Breaker. So you want to go ahead and fire that up, which I have already set up. All right. The very next thing, all right, is going to be, let's bring this tool back up. The next thing, after the CAPTCHA service is initiated, the very next step is going to be, we'll make sure that this is good, the filtering is good, and then the advanced. So inside of advanced, we want to make sure that all verified links are being recorded. So you'll check this box. It's going into your app data folder. And then for me, I like to upload my .sl lists inside of my failed. And then that's how I start running my campaigns, because I have lists. We scrape the lists. We create an SL file. We add it into failed, and then I'll run from there. All right. If you need a list, chrispalmermarketing.com. I have tons of them. They're free. I'll give you something to get you started. All right. But let's keep going here. So we have our failed. We have our verified. All right. Let me just open this folder up so I can show you how many we have in here. So I added my new ones for May in here, as you can see, but I'm also including old lists that I know are still good. All right. So now we have our lists. We'll click OK. All right. Options. OK. We'll go back into here. Now I'll briefly go over what I did inside of the actual campaign. As you can see, I'm being very selective here. I'm just choosing social bookmarks, social networks. I actually don't want the shorteners, but it's checked, so I'll leave it. The best ones are articles, blog comments, directories, forums, guest books, images, microblogs. You know, the shorteners, you get a lot of links, but they're useless, right? The shorteners, the exploits, the document sharing, if you don't see it checked here, it's probably junk, right? Now, some of these video ones are helpful, but not for this project. Now, the next thing here is I want to take that list. Remember, we saved it to our clipboard. I'll go back to that briefly here. So remember, we exported from SEMrush. We had it into an XLSX sheet, which is an Excel sheet. I took the list, put it into a text file, deleted any dupes or anything that didn't look right. I then copied and pasted it into this section here. So you click on edit, and then what you want to do is add or import from clipboard. Now what this is going to do is it's going to add all of the backlinks, so then I can cycle through each of the backlinks and start building backlinks to my backlinks. Okay, and that's what we're doing here. I select random, it doesn't matter. We want to put random links. I always utilize my keywords as anchor text, so it's the primary keywords. And then no matter what, I always fill in the same stuff, primary keyword plus the URL. When you type URL, it's taking the URL from up here. So it's going to grab whatever one it's on that it's placing links for. It's going to grab a random URL that you're building links for. Okay, I hope that makes sense for you. So that's going to take care of that. As far as the options are concerned, I'll briefly cover this with you. We want to ask first service. So this is for the captcha breaker. Let's just double check this briefly. So we'll go to options, captcha. So I want to delete this, and I want to make this my first service actually, just so that's how you can do it. Make sure that captcha breaker, or however you want to do it, is your first service. Just makes things easier, okay? So now we'll come back in here, we'll click on edit. We will go to our options, and it's going to ask for the very first service, right? Captcha breaker. Use for do follow. I want to do it all. Yeah, every single one. Verified links do not have to have exacts. Try to locate new URL, no engine, useful for some engines. That's fine. Use URLs linking on same verified URL supported by some. That's fine. Allow posting on the same site again. Yes. Post first article without links. Link only on 50%. That's fine. Oh. Filter URLs. Skip sites with more than 75. If you're picky, you can be. When we're building links to our tiers, it's all about building depth with our anchor text. And behind me showing you this, I'm actually running a small test, right? So I wanted to vary some of the anchor text and see if it improves on the site. So what I'm doing here is I want as many links as possible that I could drop that anchor text in, all right? Because my anchor text is going to be the keywords, all right? Skip sites, you can do this, I don't. And then I just put in anything. I like the safe filter search stuff. Like some things I just don't want to associate anything with. So I put them in here and you could see them for yourself. These are the big ones here. All right. The article, all I do is I add primary keywords, I stack them all up, and then I put the URL. Now here's a piece that I want to point out. Insert up to 1 to 3. You can even do 1 to 4, 1 to 5, as many as you want. If I can get a placement, I want to place as many links as I can. This way I can get the projects done and place as many anchor texts out there in the world as possible. All right. Like I want to hit this as fast and as hard as I possibly can. All right. So that takes care of that. And now we are ready to run. So I took you from very beginning until the end, everything from deciding which links to go for. The only thing that I left out was when I was sorting my Excel sheet. All right. And I'll save this, I guess, for the end. As you can see over here on this side, this is actually the AS score, or the authority score. What you didn't see when I started recording was anything that was above this was in the 20s. It was 10 or better. So I deleted anything that was 10 or better and only left the crap, right? And there's, I believe, 1,000 links here. All right. But I only left, look at just the zeros, just the junk. All right. That's what I'm looking to increase. No matter what site you have or what site you're working on or what your budget is, 99.9% of the time you have way more lower quality links than you do high quality or mid quality links. So I'm looking to increase the overall power of what I have the most of. All right. And I want to do it with exact match anchor text. So with that being said, my name is Chris Palmer. If you have any questions related to this video or GSA, search engine rank, or anything, never hesitate. Go ahead and ask in the section below. And I look forward to seeing you in the next GSA search engine ranker video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.